Okay, I think we're back on live. Yeah, we are. Lovely stuff. Well, hello and welcome back to Video Game Dreams. I'm Stephen Pryor. I'm going to be the host on the channel tonight, and we're continuing to play Rise of the Tomb Raider by Square Enix. Now, this game has been amazing. I absolutely love it. It's been so good. We've got quite far the way through it. I think we're close to the end of the game now. Everything that's happening in the game is kind of suggesting we might nearly be there. You know, the base camps are getting far and few between now. There's less weapons to kind of pick up. The enemies are getting a lot harder, and I can't see where the story's going to go now, other than perhaps we've actually got the artifact that we're after. And the artifact is something to do with eternal life, as it is always with these sort of games. Yeah, so we're nearly there. In total, I've done about 4 casts now. It's 4 casts to complete the game. I'm looking forward to moving on to something else, although I have thoroughly enjoyed playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's been brilliant. It's so much better than the reboot, which was in itself excellent. But it's got a lot more to it, a lot more depth. The crafting system's better, the weapons are better. Just everything about it has been totally improved. It's been really, really good. I'm looking forward to the next one. I know that they're saying it's in development, or they're putting it together at the moment. All the ideas as to what could happen to Lara in the next instalment. Overall, though, I'm really, really looking forward to the next game and completing this one as well. Trying to think what other games I've got that I would want to play next, to be honest. Now, we've got quite a few on the Video Games Dream website. If you go to there, there's a section on it called games that we're playing. So this is myself and the rest of the staff. We are all playing a number of games on a number of different platforms at the same time. Currently, we're playing the new and tasty Oddworld, which is a remake of the 90s Abe's Odyssey, and that's on the PS Vita. We pre-ordered Shadow of the Beast on the PS4. Looking forward to that game. Now, Darkest Dungeon. A lot of people on Twitch at the moment are playing Darkest Dungeon because the full release has gone out. I think it went out yesterday, maybe. I think it was yesterday. They released Darkest Dungeon. It's been in like beta for quite some time, like an open beta. A lot of people absolutely love the game, but now it's complete and it's out there. It's on Steam. So if you bought it previously, there'll be a big Steam update now, about 400 meg, which will update it to the full release game. So highly recommend playing Darkest Dungeon. That's something that I've played momentarily, but I haven't really got my teeth into it yet. So quite possibly Darkest Dungeon would be one for the next cast. Also been playing Dragon's Crown. Dragon's Crown's another PS Vita game. We like our handhelds here. That's been brilliant, but the combat on that is complex. Like, way too many characters on the screen in one go, and you actually lose sight of your character. You just can't see it on the screen anymore, because you can have up to, I think it's 4 other members, including yourself, of your party. And there's also like a thief character that comes with you as well. So in total that's 5 characters on the screen that are fighting on your side alone. So if you mix that with all the beasts and monsters and assassins that you're fighting against, you can have up to 10 characters on the screen, all being rendered by PS Vita, which in itself is impressive. It does jolt a little bit, but the problem with that is you do lose sight of your character and what's going on with that. I would recommend it though. I would highly recommend playing Dragon's Crown if you haven't heard of it or seen it before. The other games that's on the list at the moment is something that we bought in the Steam sale recently. Was Ori and the Blind Forest, which was a Microsoft exclusive, I believe, for Xbox One. They released it on PC as well. It's got a lot of good reviews, although I think some of the content again wasn't finished properly, and there's been a few sort of complaints about the way it runs. I don't know if they sorted those problems yet. Other games that we've got on the list at the moment that we're interested in playing and still deciding what we're going to cast next is Robocop. Robocop was one of the original coin-up arcade games back in the early 90s and based on the film. And again, it's another great game, really good game. We've got it on main emulator. It runs really, really well. I haven't actually cast any MAME stuff yet, so that's maybe an option, because at Video Game Dreams we'd like the idea of casting retro games as well as current titles, and just good, like, classic video games that people are interested in watching again. Things like Dead Space on the PS3, I mean, was an absolute classic when it came out. I've played through it twice now, and I could easily cast that again. And if you look on Twitch, there's still people playing a lot of the Dead Space series now, so there's still a lot of interest around it. So, regardless of the fact that the game's not current, it's still good to play some of those classic games, because there's interest out there for it. And not just that, I enjoy playing through it. And if I enjoy playing through it, then the cast is going to be enjoyable. It's going to be something that people will want to watch. So maybe something like Dead Space on the PS3 might be a good idea for the next cast. That's providing we do actually complete Rise of the Tomb Raider, because although I suspect we are towards the end of the game, it might not be the case. I might have got it completely wrong, or I might get stuck for about 2 hours on this cast in a particular part of the game, in which case I've got another couple of casts to go before we complete it, but we'll see. Other games then that we're playing at the moment that we might cast are Star Wars Battlefront. I mean, this has been more of a multiplayer online game that I don't know that if there's much to Star Wars Battlefront that's worth casting. Think about it, maybe. Other games that we played a lot of, we're playing a lot of indie games as well. Shovel Knight is a good one. Velocity and Velocity Ultra, Fez, and Limbo. So that's all on the. If you go to the videogamedreams.com website and look under games we're playing, that's the list that's on there at the moment. So up and coming in the future. The only one that we've really committed to casting at the moment is in April, and just because I'm a massive fan of the series, it's got to be done, and that's Dark Souls 3. So that'll be out in April. I'm just about to complete the Old Hunters DLC. I completed the game a while back, but the Old Hunters DLC I found very, very tough. I'm not even going to bother trying to cast Old Hunters, because I've literally been stuck on bosses for days, and it's not going to make for good cast viewing. So I don't think I'll be casting Bloodborne: The Old Hunters. Where am I up to at the moment? I've made it to I just beat Ludwig the Accursed, and got the Moonlight Blade, and then I made it to a laboratory or somewhere, and I'm kind of running around there at the moment, getting killed by various patients with aliens on their heads or whatever, and it's quite tough. But more than anything, with the Old Hunters DLC, the problem seems to be it's so easy to lose the path that you're meant to go on to get through the level. Like, you can run past someone that's got a key, and then you just don't realise it for hours, and you're just running around in circles, and then you come across it 3 days later, and you realise that you're meant to go a different way and unlock a door with a key. And I found the path through Bloodborne very confusing, and that's half of the challenge of the game, It's just the fact that it's a nightmare to navigate. But it's such a good game. It's a brilliant game. I wrote a review on that as well. That's up on the site if you want to read the reviews. It's on the VGD blog section, and I did that on the 10th of January. It's on there. So have a look at the review and let me know what you think. There's a comments section on the website. I'd really love to get some sort of feedback from people on what they think of the content on the website. So read the review and just let us know if you agree with it or if you don't agree with it, or what's good about the review, what isn't good about the review. Any feedback at all, feel free to give it back. That would be great. So yeah, only Dark Souls 3 is the only one that we're kind of committed to broadcasting on Twitch at the moment, and that's not until April. So everything else is up for discussion. If you have any ideas for games that you think would be great to cast, doesn't necessarily have to be popular, but obviously as we're a new channel starting out, it's very tempting just to jump on the bandwagon and just cast whatever people are interested in right now. But because there's going to be so much different content going on with the website, and you know, the different types of things that we cover, I don't really want to fall into that trap straight away. I really would like to broadcast a whole variety of games on different platforms. I feel quite bad at the moment because Nintendo isn't really represented by us. We had a Wii, but it's gone missing, so we don't have the Wii anymore, and don't actually have a Wii U. So we're currently running with a whole load of different emulators and consoles, but we don't really have anything from Nintendo, which is a bit unfair. Got a lot of Sony, PS3, PS4. We've got the Xbox 360. Going to get the Xbox One at some point soon. But a lot of the games that are coming out on Xbox One, you can still get on the 360 at the moment. So if we're looking at the actual game itself, then there's not much value in upgrading to the Xbox One just yet. Although obviously there'll be a massive graphical jump by the time we do go to the Xbox One, which I'm looking forward to. Other than that, we've got a high-spec PC that we're doing PC gaming on. We've got, again, emulators such as MAME, and yeah, a variety of different platforms. But ultimately, we will cast whatever people want to see, what we think people want to see, and not necessarily just what's getting the most viewers on Twitch at the moment. Although it would be nice to grow the channel, and it is very, very tempting just to kind of jump on it and just follow what